On the Loungers Plus Live Lounge with me today, Chocolate Starfish frontman, Adam Thompson, aka Mr. Chocolate. How are you?
Of all those pronouns, well, I'm not even sure if they're a pronoun, are they? They're just names.
Just names?
There's names, and I'll roll with all of them.
Oh, perfect. How are you?
I'm really good. Good to be here. Finally get to experience the whole Tamworth thing, and I couldn't be more excited. Can you see the excitement sort of welling up in my eyes? I'm actually pretty pumped for this because we didn't know what to expect. And
Oh, so this is your first time to Tamworth?
First rodeo.
Wow.
First rodeo.
There you go.
But looking forward to it. And yeah, it's definitely first country music festival that we've been to. So yeah, there's a lot of firsts here.
Awesome. First time meeting you too for me. There we go.
Good. I know. Just to give you a little insight, a person walked in the door just before me, and they were dressed rather casually, and she thought, could that be Adam Thompson from Chocolate Starfish? And then, of course, I walked in looking like this. She goes, no, that's definitely him there.
Yes, definitely.
So anyway, we've all sorted.
Now, last year you guys celebrated 30 years of Chocolate Starfish. What do you think your secret to longevity is?
Well, if I told you, I'd probably have to kill you.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
No.
Please don't.
You know what? Look, if I can get serious just for a second, which
Yeah.
I hardly ever am. But I think the secret to our longevity is two things. We take risks with our style, our songs, our stage personas, and live gig.
Yeah.
So we never dial it in. We're never safe. And I think just also challenging ourselves musically. Keeping on writing our own stuff, but also these classic albums that we've done over the last decade have sort of paralleled a career for us that perhaps to a lot of other bands might have seemed a bit odd when we took them on, but they've worked and they've broadened our demographic so widely that it's been quite amazing, and we are definitely more popular, if you like, now than we probably were in the 90s.
That kind of brings me to my next question. That worked out really well. I grew up listening to you guys in the 90s, just to make you feel a bit old.
Or you, or both of us.
Maybe, bit of both.
Definitely not Jack behind the camera, because
No.
let me tell you, he's just looking at both of us now going, what was that time before mobile
It was
phones?
the 90s.
I know, right?
Are you sort of seeing a generational shift with your fan base at your shows nowadays?
Yeah, so just we're playing obviously Blazers at West's tomorrow, and just met the team there today, and they said, look, we've not had such a wide demographic of bookings for the whole festival. So we are the widest in terms of the type of people that are coming to the show. So, I put that down to a couple of things. Those classic albums being one thing, stage persona, but I guess the third part is we're in a bit of a sweet spot here, like Daryl Braithwaite was a few years ago when Horses came out, and both parents and grandparents were then starting to introduce their kids to his music.
Yes.
And it's kind of happening for us with our song Mountain. We did it at the start of last year for the Australia Festival on TV, and we did it with an Indigenous component, it's like a remix. And I think a lot of people look at that and go, wow, they're not just an old retiring band, just to repaint a picture that Amy might have painted badly before. But I think because we do take these risks and we do push the envelope all the time, that is why younger people are embracing us and going, okay, they've kind of got it together.
Yeah. Now looking back over the last 30 years, what moments stand out to you?
So many over the 30 years. I think that we've just filmed a documentary, actually.
Oh, that's exciting.
And this is the first time I'm talking about it. So
exclusive here on 92.9.
Right here on 92.9.
Yep.
It's going to come out in the next few weeks. But that similar question was asked during the doco, and we kind of separated for a while. At the late 90s there, we had that sort of input in the mid-90s, and then we kind of all struggled with each other and just needed to grow up a little bit. And the pregnant pause on the camera now is not because she's laughing at me going, he hasn't. But realistically, we all had to do different things. We had to bring something back to the band, and albeit 15 years was a long time to be apart, we probably didn't need to be that long. But now that we're sort of back together, we've got so much more to say and so much more respect and understanding of each other, but also of ourselves. I think that's really important. I don't think a lot of bands give themselves that space to do that, because when you are around each other as a band, there's certain cliques. It's like being in a friendship group, right? There's certain cliques that evolve, and it's hard to move outside those unless you take a break, look at it from the outside looking in, and then you can bring something new back to it. And right now we are bringing new stuff left, right and centre, and that's what's exciting, because the future looks probably even more exciting than even what we've done.
Speaking of the future, you've just led into my next question.
It's almost like I knew these questions and I didn't.
Maybe you're psychic. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
What's on the cards next for Chocolate Starfish?
Wow. Okay, so apart from the documentary, which I've just told you about, we are going to announce a tour very soon for the second half of this year, but I can't announce that today because that would be giving too much away. But I'm going to Denmark and Sweden in 2 weeks to start working on songs for a new album. Decided to take, apart from 3 or 4 shows in this first half, decided to take most of this first half of the year off to be creative. And again, that's part of the outside looking in again. You've got to step away. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about getting back into the studio and doing that again. Our last album, The Beautiful Addiction, was touted as one of our best since the debut. So I still think we've got great stuff to say, and I'm looking forward to creating some of those moments.
It's very exciting stuff.
It is. It really is. And it doesn't matter, really what age you are. I mean, we've got Spotify now, which doesn't generate the income of what physical sales used to. But it's still part of the story. And if you don't have a story, if you're just doing the same thing over and over, your story's not moving, it's not evolving. And that's what I want to make sure, that we always evolve.
Yes, love it. Now, you're at West tomorrow, 12 o'clock.
Yes.
For those going to their very first Chocolate Starfish show, sell it to me in 3 words.
In 3 words. Dynamic, unpredictable. Can I have 4?
Sure.
Freaking awesome.
Love it. You heard it here first on 92.9. And I hear you've got some really cool boots.
Oh yeah,
I saw on your social media. I may have been stalking your social media this week.
These are drag queen boots I got from Fire Island in New York, and the heels were this big. And to wear them on stage, I had to bring them down to a better level. But I did actually bring them, so dare I wear them? Dare I?
Of course.
I wasn't sure. I mean, can Tamworth handle the gold boots?
I think so.
Do you think so?
I don't think so.
All right.
Jack's behind the camera. And finally, we're asking all our artists this: cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Dogs. You're a dog man?
Yeah, although we don't have a pet at home because I travel a lot. My wife travels a fair bit with me. I don't know. Just the loyalty of a dog. And I'm sure you've heard this before. Cats have an abruptness. They have a cheek about them that perhaps rivals me. And that's probably why this house ain't big enough for 2 cats, and I'd be the cat today.
Well, thank you for joining me, Adam.
It's been a pleasure.
Don't forget, the show is at 12 o'clock tomorrow at West. Any tickets left? I'm guessing it's probably sold out.
It's very close to sold out. There's a few left, but lots of locals are coming, and of course lots of people that are visiting are coming. And I just think we're a unique band, and if you've never seen us live before, that's probably where you're going to get sold tomorrow midday. I'm going home to bed straight after this interview because we are on a midday, and I don't think I've ever done a show at midday before. So I'm going to have to get my nana nap in real early today so that I can be up warming the voice up at 10 a.m.
Perfect. Well, thank you for joining me on the 92.9 Lounges Plus Live Lounge. I hope you enjoy Tamworth.
I'm already loving it, and thanks for having me on. Thank you.
Thank you.